This is Jimmy Larche with Breakaway Outreach, and we are here at Whisper Mountain Ministries in Robbinsville, North Carolina. This is the last day of summer camp. This is the 6th year that we have been bringing a group of young people up here to the mountains in western North Carolina for a summer camp, a life-changing summer camp experience, and we're just thrilled to be here. We love this camp, we love the staff, we love the leadership. They are incredible, amazing. And every year we see lives changed and transformed by the grace of God. And we are so thankful for the Whisper Mountain folks and staff, and Marty and Patty and Sean and Cassie and everybody that makes this happen. We love you guys and we appreciate you, and we appreciate those who support you. We've been talking about God's promises this week, and our kids have learned that God has promised to be with them through everything, all the hardships and the troubles and turmoils in their lives. And we bring a lot of kids here who are at risk and underserved, many prisoners' children, some inner city kids, fatherless children, a lot of kids that are experiencing a lot of pain and struggle, and even a sense of abandonment in their lives. And what has really rung out loud and clear this week is that regardless of the pain and the suffering and the hardship that life may bring us, we can be confident in the goodness of our God. And we have seen that throughout His scriptures this week. And I just want to share one of those promises with you. It's found in the book of Joshua, and it actually is a statement about the promises of God in all of the dealings that God had with His people Israel after promising them to go from slavery into the wilderness and into their promised land. They went through a lot of hardships and a lot of struggles and challenges. Many of those challenges were brought on by their own unbelief in the wilderness. But at the end of the day, at the end of what was about 40 years of wandering, they saw the reality of God's promises coming to pass in their destiny. And it says this about that people, Israel, in Joshua, the book of Joshua, chapter 21, verse 45. It says, "Not one word of all the good promises that the Lord had made to the house of Israel had failed. All had come to pass." And when I read that this week to some of our young people, it just made me think more about God's promises for my life. God has good promises for my life, and God has good promises for your life. God has good promises for the lives of these kids here this week that we are serving. And His promises are promises that He will keep. He is faithful. And the Lord said, I will never leave you. I will never forsake you. I will be your helper, and I will bring you through all of life's storms. And this promise right here, that not one of His good promises will fail you, will fail me, is something that I want to grow more confident in each and every day of my life. We learned earlier this week about Shadrach, Meshach, and Abednego, how easy it would have been for them to give up on God's promises when everybody around them were giving in and bowing down to the God of that culture. And Nebuchadnezzar's statue, golden image, 90 feet tall, but yet Shadrach, Meshach, and Abednego, 3 young people, stood out and were willing to die before they were willing to give up on God's promises. And as a result, when they were thrown into the fiery furnace, when everybody expected them to be doomed, God showed up, and His presence was manifested, and God walked amongst His people in their trials and in their fiery furnace. And He showed Himself strong, and He flexed His muscles, and I believe that that's what God wants to do in your life, and that's what God wants to do in my life through His good promises. He wants to show Himself strong. It's not because of our goodness, but because of His goodness that He wants to display for the whole world to see. And if He is that adamant, and God is that faithful to His own goodness, to His own promises, how much more should we be confident in what He promises for us? My prayer for you and my prayer for my life and these kids that are here this week is that not one of God's good promises would ever fail in your life. You can trust Him. I can trust Him. God bless you.